everyone! Welcome to today's stream! Hello! How's it going today? ¿Qué tal estáis hoy? En el stream de hoy. Espero que hayas tenido un buen día. Hope you all had a great day. Today, finally, I get to paint something. Well, I've been painting the last weeks too, but finally an actual proper illustration that is not like something for game dev or something for like adoptables. Just, you know, just drawing for the sake of drawing. Yoko Rogetsu! Yoko Music! Welcome! How's it going? Today I kind of feel like listening to some Genshin lo-fi. We used to have this playlist in the background a long time ago, and I think today's a good day to go back to it. I kind of feel like having a relaxing stream today. Only relax, only chill. No stressing out about everything turning out perfectly. Just, you know, us painting and the joy of, I don't know, Clip Studio Paint. I don't know. Let's go. Let's get to it. I've already done quite a bit of progress with this drawing. I really like how it's turning out. I've been trying to like look at examples of how some artists do the painting, and I feel like I'm learning a lot. I'm learning so much. Let's go. Just gonna follow my instincts. Maybe look at some references from time to time. We're just gonna do something. I'm gonna try to keep it not too complicated. Because something I wanna do with this drawing is keep it a little bit sketchy. I don't wanna like fully render it to perfection. I wanna leave it like this with the brush strokes. I really wanna learn how to do that properly. I just really like how it looks. Love those kind of pupils. Yeah, I like her design a lot. These kind of like pretty designs on pupils look super pretty. We need more characters with flower pupils. It always changes the impression that the character gives. The eyes are a big part of how the character is perceived. By the way, this character, this Adelheid, is one of my D&D characters. I've mostly only used her for like one-shots. The paladin of the Oath of Devotion. She's like a runaway noble who just wants to like do her own thing. She doesn't really care much about family responsibilities. She just wants to travel around and save like damsels in distress. That's her thing. I don't know. We need more characters, and that's why Euroseries keeps growing. You know what? That's true. Maybe we don't need that many characters. Only some of them. But you know, if we need more characters with these kind of pupils, we can always give this kind of eyes to already existing characters. That could work, wouldn't it? Maybe it would. Let's go. I really like how the colors have turned out in this drawing. I've done it a little bit different from usual. Instead of doing the base colors first, then the shadows, I did it by doing the shadows as like a grayscale. Then I put the base colors on top with multiply, and I feel like it has given a very cool result with the colors. I want to do this more often. Yo, Steve! Welcome! How's it going? Part of the charm of those people is also how rare they are. That's true. We need more of them, but in like separate settings, separate series. This way, it's more striking. If everyone had this kind of eyes, they wouldn't be special anymore. Yeah, the light feels very warm. Like, the drawing is very desaturated overall, but the light is like very strong. It has a bit of a yellow tint that makes it feel very warm. Also the contrast with the shadow. It does make the light stand out a lot more. Now, fixing the shapes a little bit. I try not to worry much about everything looking perfect. I just want to enjoy the process. We're here to enjoy this and learn a little bit maybe the way. Still feel like I need to do some more studies, but lately I've been seeing like artists talk about this topic, like topic of like studying. How like some artists really don't enjoy doing studies. I saw something interesting that someone mentioned, that it's that you don't really have to study the conventional way. If doing like regular studies of like light and photos is not like your thing, then just study from like artists that you like. Study the ways that they draw things. Try to figure out how to do it your own way. I feel like that's the way that I enjoy doing it more, because I can't find it in myself to be consistent with studying. I always end up doing it like every once in a while, and then I just forget. Like, yeah, I should do more of that, and then I never do. I feel like studying from other artists in my drawings that I want to make, I feel like that might be my way of learning too. I still want to try to learn from photos from time to time too, because it's fun also. It's fun to try to get what's the word? I don't know how to describe it. Like what we did some weeks ago with the photo with those trees. That was really fun. I really didn't know what I was doing, but I feel like I did learn something. Just from practicing drawing some things, you already get like ingrained in muscle memory. You can forget about like keeping it up. Can let the skills get rusty. Gotta apply them. Your studies always end up looking very good. Thank you. I agree. I really like how they turn out. Maybe I feel like I've mostly done studies of photos of environments and not that many of people. So maybe it doesn't show as much because I don't draw that many environments. I just draw characters most of the time. So maybe what I need to do is like more clothes studies, stuff like that. That's something I've been wanting to do for a while, more clothes studies. I feel like it's one of the things that I need the most, especially with how often I draw characters. I did try to do some of them, but it's kind of hard to find photos to make an environment OC list. I've been thinking about doing like doodles of all the places of the demons of the Ars Goetia, which are the OCs that I'm coincidentally drawing right now in the challenge. It might be cool to try to draw each of their locations. Especially like taking examples from real photos. Maybe that could be interesting. Something I like from this way of painting too is that I don't have to pick the colors myself. I can just like take them from the drawing itself. Like the multiply on the grayscale shadows has already given me what colors to use, and this is making it so much easier to be able to pick colors. I like these a lot. I've been enjoying this drawing so much. Yo, Loverman, welcome! How's it going? YouTube has now, like, completely distorted your name. Man, I guess this is how it's gonna be from now on. We're gonna have to go with the YouTube usernames, huh? Thank you! I really like how she's turning out. Yoko Makoyo, welcome! How's it going? This is Adelheid. He's one of my D&D characters. The paladin is very dramatic. I have used her only in like how many? 2 or 3 one-shots. She's like my default character for short campaigns. Whenever I get the chance and I don't know what other character to use, she's my go-to character for one-shots. It's also kinda easy to fit in any context of Dungeons and Dragons. Since she travels from one place to another, you can find her anywhere. I remember the first one-shot that she appeared in. We had to deal like with like a necromancer and stuff. There was like a horse skeleton. The horse skeleton was amazing. It gave us some riddles. What else happened? We had like to solve something with one of our party members that was like about to summon a phoenix. I don't remember that much, but it was really fun. Kung tupulagin taman tell YouTube, roget sa janay, roget sa da. Sura janay. Kind of that situation because you're Rogetsu on both on both usernames, but one of them is wrong, one of them is not right. You asked the skeleton to throw you a bone and make things easier. I don't remember exactly, but no, we should have done that. It would have been really funny. We should have made more puns. I remember it gave us a riddle, that's all that I remember. I should ask the DM, refresh my mind. We had also a very, very funny party. We had a very wide assortment of people in our party. There was a fishman that was like a monk, a drunk monk by the way. And he spoke like with a very, very heavy Spanish accent. There was also a goblin that just wanted to make money. She didn't really have any attack spells. All that she had was like spells for like character interaction. It was like a unique party. I don't know, a very, very diverse party. And the funny thing, we also had a cowboy. There was a cowboy gnome that ended up like developing some feelings for the goblin, and now apparently they are married. It started kind of as a joke because they didn't get along at the beginning, but then it just kind of like started happening. Was she a loot goblin? I'm not sure if she was like a loot goblin. She was more of like a cunning merchant type. She was just there for the money, but not for like taking all the loot. She was trying to like sell us things all the time. We also had a witch. What else did we have? Well, of course, the DM NPC was like a... It was like a wizard's assistant. I made her design, by the way. She's so cute. She's adorable. She was like... She had like a... something to do with the phoenix. It was like a fire sorceress. And she was also really dumb. She was so silly. It was really fun. So tired from university, very understandable. That's the feeling I can understand. Nowadays I miss it. I miss university in a way. But I miss like the routine that came with it. I don't miss having to do exams or studying. But I do miss like the atmosphere. Hey, have a nice rest of the day too! And good luck! University! You got this! Oh, the feather is gonna be one of like the difficult parts. Saving... Let me save from time to time. Remind me to save from time to time, because the other day I was trying to work on a drawing and all of a sudden Clip Studio crashed on me. And it was like, oh no. Good thing that it has how to save and it was able to recover like my work from the past like 5 minutes. But it was like kind of frustrating to see everything disappear. All of a sudden, like, no, where's all the last changes that I had done? Now I have to redo the entire phase. Can't underestimate how much work you can do in 5 minutes and how easily you can lose it if you don't save. Important. Yep, gotta remember to save even though I already saved. But in a little bit, it will save again, for sure. Of shadows and things that I can make better later, but for now I'll just focus on polishing things. I like her design a lot. She has a sister also that I've been saving for maybe another potential one-shot in the future. I still haven't found a chance to use her. Her sister is a bard. She's like the complete opposite. Someday she'll have a chance to appear. Here we go. I love these brushes so much. Windows built-in clock app has a break setting. Oh, I've never used that. Maybe I could look into it. I have no idea how it works, like right off the bat, but I maybe should check that out. But it might get a little bit annoying after a while, like, remember to save, ring ring ring. All of a sudden, every like 5 minutes. It will probably go insane if I do that. Try to remember. I do have a shortcut actually. Was it? Oh yeah. It is. I have a shortcut for, so maybe I can do that easily. This tablet. Some buttons that I can set as shortcuts easily. Yo, Valvarius, welcome! How's it going? That's true, but that's not gonna stop me from still using it. I don't wanna update to Windows 11. Like, why? Why do you do these Windows? Because eventually, maybe I'll have to update, but... Oh, what a pain. Liking this BGM, it is really nice. I really like this playlist. The Economia arrangement playlist. Yeah, let me put the link in the chat if you wanna keep it for listening. There it is. Free to use for streams. I really recommend this channel. They have a lot of really cool lo-fi arrangements. They do amazing work. Please, you can get extended support for it. I think there was a way to do it, but you had to like some process. I really don't feel like doing any extra steps. Man. Yo, Zyker, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Something I kinda wanna to do is skipping like darker lines, darker thicker lines too. This is that neat and the most. I wanna try to practice line away. That's another thing that I think I really should improve. There's some places that need stronger lines than others. We can do something with that. Yeah, that is true. It's such a pain though. I don't wanna change. I don't wanna change system. Can you do? I guess we can just with this thicker brush. But yeah, I can also show you how it looked from the sketch to the paint over. It's a bit of a difference. This is how it looked originally with just the base colors, the grayscale. Changes a lot. Is this Persona? No, it is Genshin Impact. I think they might have some Persona arrangements. I'm not sure. I know they have arrangements of a lot of things. They are made by humans. It's even better. Like a lot of the lo-fi collections nowadays on YouTube. Maybe there are some personal references though. That could be possible. I mean, it's an arrangement. They could maybe mix some Persona in it. This one is Evernight Temple from Genshin Impact. There's a lot of things that I'm not sure how I'm gonna paint, but we're just following. Yo, Lu, muchísimas gracias. Un saludo también. Espero que esté yendo bien. Estoy feliz de al fin poder pintar algo. Me gusta mucho cómo está quedando este dibujo. Aún hay mucho por arreglar, sobre todo aquí. Pero va por buen camino. There's still a lot to fix, but I think it's going pretty well. Me gusta mucho sobre todo el azul del interior del pelo. Creo que queda muy bien, da mucho el efecto de luz. I really like especially the light blue inside the hair. It really gives off the illusion of light. I like it a lot. Get some over here. Oh yeah, I've got the blender also. I need to learn to use this blender to the fullest. This blender is amazing. And just start this feeling right off the bat. Here, maybe we can add some loose hairs. There's supposed to be some light from behind too. So some colors, maybe I'm gonna have to change them. For example, this gray ribbon over here, there's supposed to be some light from behind. So we're gonna do something a bit thick, lighter purple like this. I'm gonna put it here. With her hair water. The same reason why a lot of the hair I draw is like candy. That's why I have transmuted it into water. Yo-hooo Ruby! Going! ¡Yo-hooo bacán! ¿Qué tal? Sí, por una vez solo uno C. For once I'm drawing only one OC. Can you believe this? Hello Rexy, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. You cracked masterclass painter. I don't know what I'm doing honestly. If at any moment do I give you the the impression that I know what I'm doing, it's not true. I have no idea what I'm doing at any moment, honestly. Human transmutation is forbidden, but is hair transmutation forbidden? It's just the hair. It'll be fine. The hair isn't even a living part of the body. Oh, there you be so good. I don't know. I am surprised myself, honestly. I don't know how I did this. I have no idea how to paint this ribbon though. My knowledge of like clothes painting is not at that level yet. But I really like how it's turning out. I'm trying to keep it a little bit sketch-like. I don't want to like super render it. I'm keeping a lot of the brush strokes visible because this is what I've always wanted to do. I love when drawings look like this from close-up. Like this, for example. I would consider this part finished, but look at how it looks from close-up. I really like that. What I want to do too is maybe a bit more color saturation. I don't know how that would look. I've always been told hair is alive, so that would make it a living part. It's more like the follicles are alive, the part that generates the hair, but hair is just like keratin, it's like nails. Would you consider that nails are alive? I don't think so. Probably. I'm doubting myself. I'm not an expert, so don't take my word for it either. Or maybe we can also add these for a bit more warmth. Because right now the mix here between the light and the shadow is a little bit gray. Maybe we can add some color in between for saturation. Adding a bit of saturation at the limit between the shadow and the light always makes it look a little bit more warm. Look at that, the impression changes a lot. If you were an expert, you wouldn't be a ghost. That's you got a point there. You're right. Maybe I'm not one to talk about living people, especially when I'm a ghost. Are you alive? No, not anymore. Yo, Kair, welcome! How's it going? Gonna be also an adventure, is gonna be painting the frills. Frills are gonna be certainly something. We're gonna try. Now I think just cleaning everything up a little bit will do the job mostly. First, the big parts, then the detail. For example, this sleeve needs a lot of work. Economia songs are really nostalgic right now. Honestly, one of the best locations in Genshin to this day. It has a strong feeling of nostalgia. I had to make like a top 3 places of Genshin Impact. Economia would be in one of those top 3. Top 1 for me is still the chasm. I love the chasm so. Top 2, Dragon Spine. Top 3, Economia. But also Seirai Island. I love Seirai Island. Still playing Genshin? Hell yeah! And in 5 days there's another update and they are releasing a very cool snake lady and I will be rolling for her and I will get her because she's very cool and I need her. Yes. Yeah, all the subterranean locations, all the like hidden areas like that, the secondary areas, those are so good. Here, there's a bit of a mess. Colors. More than colors, it's a mess of lines. So there's the part. Like these feather thingies that she's got on the sleeve. Another one here. Perspective wise, there should be another one. Genshin is really good right now. New area, new region, literally peak. A little bit. Something I really like how it looks too is this kind of more bluish tint in the shadow. I feel like it adds to the coldness underneath the frills. I like it. Love the first moon science area so much. Insta cleared it. That was also the first area that I cleared. It's so pretty. Like wow. Also, I love how different the beaches not Cry are. Like they look so flat. Like the sun looks super dark compared to like how you would imagine a beach normally. It's so cool. It all looks so different. It feels very Death Stranding. First time that I saw like those areas, it was like, wait, it's like Death Stranding. Rolling for her, yeah. I will not use money, but maybe I could draw her, that's for sure. I could. Top 3 nostalgic MMO themes, there is our Frontera, Pion's Dungeon, and Morrock, all from Ragnarok. Oh, there was one from Ragnarok that I really liked. I don't remember which one it was exactly. I would look it up, but I've got the lo-fi in the background right now. So I can't. But there was one. Oh, the theme of Aldebaran. That's the one. I remembered. I did play Ragnarok Online for a little bit. But not much. Just a little bit with some friends. I remember some places like the There was the place that I remember the most was I think it was Payon, like the dungeon with a lot of undead. There were like Jiangxi and Kitsune. I also remember a bit like with like very weird seals. That's mostly all that I remember. Just have not quite left a bit behind, but there's a lot of cool places. Yeah, I have completed everything already. I'm kinda like, no. Now I have no more not cry until the update. I probably like finished it too soon. Yo, Sherry, welcome. Howdy. How's it going? Yeah, I used to go to that dungeon a lot. I was like very low level, so my friends had to like babysit me. They had played a lot more, and I joined a bit after, so they were like, yeah, let's go to Payon. We're bringing you to Payon, and I was like, oh no. Hey, glad you're doing well. Payon Monday. No way. Payon Monday. It was fun. I remember we always wiped completely. We always ended up super dying when we got to the area with the kitsune. To do the same, so I'm taking my time to complete the rest in purpose. Yeah, that's a good idea. This way you can enjoy it for a lot more. I still have a lot of things to complete in other regions, fortunately. I still have like 6 character quests. Most of the hangouts also. I have barely done any of them. I've only done 2 of them, I think Beidou and Shinobu. And that's all. I didn't need any of the others. I gotta do the others though. Someday. Done most of the world quests, I think. And I've got like 100% on most regions. Except like most of Nadlan, because I still haven't like sat down to complete everything. I've been completing them bit by bit in order. Halfway through Natlan now. How does this work exactly? Because like a lot of overlap of lines. What they are. This one I think was the sleep. It sketched everything super fast, so there's a lot that I clarify to myself. The reason I don't have it 100% outside of North Fontaine. The underwater exploration, I do enjoy it, but I feel like combat-wise, it's a lot more annoying. That is true. Why wouldn't this? From time to time you find like you find like the local legends like very strong enemies out of nowhere, and you just can't defeat them because you have to fight them with the shitty battle system for underwater, and it's just impossible. I feel like these Shoulder might be a little bit higher up. Shoulder needs some work here. Hold on. Lower this one. It looks a bit more natural. Best thing about painting like this is that I can just fix things by just painting. Just paint on top of the mistakes. It's fine. That's true, they added Meg! Finally! Now the next one. The next one is gonna be Elsa! Let's go! I've been waiting for this. Last. Elsa in Versus. Elsa in Versus tomorrow. Next one is gonna be Meg too. I mean, don't joke with that because they did make one character with another version, so technically there was a Gremlin versus character 2 at some point. They were like, okay, we added Belial. What if we add Belial too? Why not? And they just added another Belial because they could, for no reason at all. Also, Yo-hooo paper, welcome. How's it going? Since the landscape is good, but the feeling of the exploration is just not the same. It does feel a lot more samey overall underwater. Like, it's pretty. I do like how it looks. But the exploration does feel like it's the same overall in all of underwater. There isn't that much variety, which makes sense because it's impossible to have the same amount of variety like in like a new overall exploration system than the default exploration system. But it's understandable. It just feels different. How is this terms of service same, William? Legit. Single-handedly raising the rating of the game. Here. Could make these lines a bit more purple. Purple is always the answer. I definitely do need some more clothes painting touch. And also some more different beads spray. Because the clothes, the problem with the clothes right now is that it looks very flat. Oh, save reminder. Yep, let's save. Yeah, the problem right now is that this looks very flat. And try to spice it up with some more shadow colors. There's something to more depth to it. wonder if I could like try to... What if I use like a napkin for... Let me try. We can do this. So if I try like fold a napkin the same way, how will the shadows end up? It's definitely not gonna be the same, but I think it might be a good reference. Interesting, actually. Let me try this. So it's interesting how in some of the folds, inside the fold, there is light. Sometimes you can make your own references. You can like literally take a napkin, use it as clothes references. Sometimes that just works. So goes this way. Here, oddly enough, there is... Ah, this also counts as a study in a way, if you think about it. There's light over here. There's a bit of shadow here. Over here. This is more or less how it works. Interesting thing is that the fold here works like... Not exactly the same as the napkin that I'm holding. But it does work. The end paper is not the same. But when trying to do folds, kinda does the job. And it's a lot easier to make your own references with paper than you have to like carve an entire piece of cloth. Right below. With who? we're using you as a reference paper. You are our model right now. You're being the model for this. Yes, they. Our muse. You cut my hair perfectly, thank you. You're welcome, you're welcome. Thanks to you for being a great reference. Fix the feels. It's true that I made also. Maybe it doesn't really need to the border as much. Parts that need like tangents. Okay, now that we've got this as a reference, maybe we can try to paint the rest from what we've learned of the first. We go. We're supposed to continue. Didn't really sketch more than that. Don't look bad from far away. Mute stream? What? It's done, it's done. Yo, Nirwanda, welcome! How's it going? Come to the stream. I think it doesn't catch my voice. I'm like humming. Filters. I could remove the filters. I feel like they are sometimes less help than they should. It's going great. I'm painting finally. I've used a napkin to have like a reference for the clothing here, and I'm gonna try to reflect what I've learned. In a way, this drawing is kind of like a study in disguise. I'm trying to learn from a lot of things. Try to learn a bit from artists that I've seen around on Twitter that paint really cool. For these, I think. I think I can use an in-between color. I feel like the inside still looks a little bit flat. Oh, I think it's a bit better. Feels a bit less flat. Still feel like I can do it better. Can complete it a little bit more. Could finish this part of the hair actually. Let's do that. This drawing is not flat at all though. That's true. You're actually right. Just saying. You're right. You're actually very right. The earth is flat though. Yeah, the earth is different. But you know, how can it be flat if it has like, you know, mountains and valleys? It makes no sense for it to be flat. It's like it's got things in it. It can't be flat. Yokobin, welcome! How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Maybe all of those are an optical illusion. New conspiracy created now. Something I wanna learn to use more is like different values too. I wanna mix different colors in like the same surface and make them look good. For example, I'm adding some purples from time to time here, but I gotta learn how to add them well. There's some purple here, for example, in the hair, and I feel like it looks pretty good. Most of my art styles are environment, so that's why you're drawing mountains. Aha, you're getting it. Every time I climb a hill, it's just my eyes betraying me. Yes, it's just, you know, the center of gravity shifting a little bit, so it makes you think that you are like climbing up, but you're actually not. It's a whole thing that science has been trying to hide from us, so we don't like get paranoid or something. Surely. That would be so stupid. There can be anyone who believes in that, right? Or maybe never say never when it comes to humanity. Here we go. I will believe that. There had to be someone. There had to be someone who believed in that. Let's see. Believe in the solid Yomi theory? What is the Yomi solid theory? Solid Yomi theory. I need to know. As a Yomi, I am intrigued. The Yomi who sold the world. There was a high demand in flat worlds, that's why I sold it. Yep, that's why. Yumi's not a ghost, she's 100% solid, the transparency is just an illusion. Well, technically, if I am considered part of your screen, that would mean that I am solid. Wouldn't it? No one hears a word they say. Or have I become invisible? What a banger. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got good news. I have finished the asset pack. I'll be able to release it once Ichio stops like super dying. Because just when I finished it, I saw that Ichio was getting like DDoS attacks, and it was like, oh no, I guess I'm not posting it yet. I guess I can't even prepare the page. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go prepare the page so it will be ready for publishing. No, it shows down. Oh wow. I hope that they can recover soon. Man, that's unfortunate because also I have also almost finished implementing a new translation for Goodbye Tired Stars. So that means I also need to edit the Itch.io page to post it. And Itch.io is I don't know if it's still down, but it was down yesterday when I finished that too. I was like, man, that's unfortunate. I guess it won't be today. Hopefully this weekend I'll be able to post everything. And after that, I'm gonna work full on the secret project. Because even though I really wanna work on the RPG Maker MV project, I feel like maybe I should focus on one thing first. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to do as much work as I can. So the secret project can stop being secret soon. But I'm excited to release the asset pack. It ended up having like, it has two little backgrounds. It has a character sprite template. It has like 5 doors. And there's tiles for exteriors, for vegetation, for interiors, and floors. I think that's all. That's what it has. At least all those assets that I made that have never been released are gonna be able to be put to some good use this way. There we go. I'm gonna do the same on the other side too, because I think it looks a bit better if this line is less visible. In the end, these things, the seams, are they called, on clothes, are not that visible. You could say they are invisible. Okay, no. Yogo Pranchu, ¿qué tal? Muchas gracias. Me gusta mucho cómo está quedando. I really like how it's turning out. This is how it looked without the paint over. There's a pretty big difference. There's still a lot to work, but bit by bit, no one hears a word they say. I don't remember the rest. ¿Cuánto te tardas en hacer un dibujo así? La verdad depende mucho. A veces me ilumino y lo hago como en 3 horas. A veces me tardo 3 semanas. Depende mucho. No he contado cuánto llevo, pero todo lo que hice de este dibujo fue como en una noche. Y el resto pues lo estoy avanzando ahora. Mostly everything of this drawing that I had done already when I started the stream was like in one night. And all the other stuff has been all that I've done during this stream. I can compare because I've made a save with how it looked before the stream. Tengo un archivo guardado con cómo se veía antes del stream. Así podemos comparar con la mano izquierda. No, esto con la derecha, esto es con la derecha. Con la izquierda un poco difícil. Ahí está. De momento, así ha cambiado. Así estaba antes. Así está ahora. This is how it was before the stream. This is how it is now. It's making a little bit of progress. Con el pie. ¿Te imaginas? Sería un poquito cansado. It would be a little bit tiring to draw this with the feet. The biggest issue when drawing with my feet, like the day that I tried to do that, was that the pose is really exhausting. It's really hard to maintain the pose unless you have a comfortable way of drawing with your feet. Or like placing your tablet on the floor or something. Otherwise it's difficult. Let's see. Tocará intentarlo. No puedo prometer buenos resultados, pero quizá algún día por diversión. Maybe someday, just for fun. The day that my left hand starts complaining, like my right hand, we're gonna do a stream to practice drawing with my feet. No hand hurting is gonna prevent me from drawing. Nothing will stop me. Alright. Let's go for the frills over here. Let's paint the frills in here first, maybe. Oh, wait, or maybe the blue part of the shirt would be the best. Because the frills are gonna be on top of that. It's better to have like what's underneath painted first. When the feet starts complaining, with my mouth. And if my mouth starts complaining, I'm gonna start to draw with my nose. It's gonna have a background, or is it just going to stay like this? It's probably gonna stay like this. I wasn't planning for it to have a background. So my idea was to make the background kinda light, so it already fits with the light coming from behind. So I'm including the light gray background already as part of the finished drawing. Maybe I'll add some texture to it with brushes. I kinda did that with the previous drawing that I did. Wait, let me make a save. Just how to save, but I'm gonna make a save. I made a drawing before this one, also painting in a similar way. This one, and I already made it with like the light background, kind of light flat background in mind. But if you notice here, there's a little bit of texture, a little bit of brushes here and there. It's barely visible. There's a little tiny bit of texture. I really like how this looks though. Look at the feathers. This brush is super cool for drawing feathers. Look at how it looks from close up. It's an absolute mess, but I love the texture that it has from far away. I really like it. Por eso es que tiene tantos gatos, sí. Cuando yo ya no pueda dibujar, les tocará a los gatos. When I can't draw anymore, my cats will draw for me. I will teach them. Okay, let's see here. I'll redo the lines on the cloth afterwards. For now, we just need to paint the shadows. I guess should add the shadow first. ¿Habrá algún gato que sepa dibujar? Quizá con la cola, usando la cola como pincel. Maybe the cats can use their tail as a brush. There's also a lot of like videos of elephants drawing. Elephants are like super smart. I'm not super sure about how to do the shadows. Debería considerar conseguir un elefante mascota. Entonces, eso quiere decir que habría que hablar sobre el elefante en la habitación. Then, if I had like an elephant, we would have to talk about the elephant in the room. That meme that is there's like an elephant inside a house and it's like address me. Everyone was posting that meme during the Undertale anniversary stream. That was really funny. Address me. It was super funny. Eran los que tenían muy buena memoria, ¿no? Sí. Que recuerde, sí. También los cuervos son súper listos. Creo que me suena haber visto algún cuervo también haciendo cosas artísticas. I remember also seeing crows, maybe, doing like something artistic. They are also super smart. Love the videos of like crows playing in the snow. That's like the cutest thing. Sliding down the rooftops and then going back up to slide down again. Okay. Now the lines. Wait, let's add the center first, because this is where the buttons are gonna have to go. At least like one of them. I don't remember if the buttons were any other color. Give me a second. I'm gonna find her reference. Let's see. Adelheid, where are you? There she is. There's the girly. So it's not even that visible. I don't think I gave them any color. The buttons are so small that the color doesn't really matter. I guess we can just make them maybe dark blue like this. And we'll just deal with that with some other color. ¿De dónde es ella? Ella es de Dungeons and Dragons. Es el personaje que más he usado para one shots, así campañas cortitas. Es una paladín. The Oath of Devotion. En realidad es una viajera que simplemente huyó de su familia porque no le importan demasiado las cosas de nobles. Ella solo quiere viajar y rescatar damiselas en apuros. Y que es paladina ya. Estoy acostumbrada a decir las clases en inglés. She's a paladin of the Oath of Devotion, and she was like a runaway noble who didn't really want to do anything to do with the family. She just wants to travel around and save damsels in distress. Yomi is a paladin of the Oath of Waifus. Maybe I'm multiclassing paladin bard. The Oath of Waifus always. Not Cinderella. Kinda. Except the family isn't as bad as Eula's. She just, she just wants to be free. She's silly and dramatic. And she's also an Asimar, which is like a kinda celestial. They're like kinda celestial beings in D&D. And she's got a sister. I've got an art of the sister, wait. Her sister's name is Diane. And she's like kinda the opposite. There she is. And she's a bard actually. My multiclass. Multiclassing their classes. Wait. Messing these up. Still having trouble sometimes with the Clip Studio options. This one is the more tsundere one though. I like their designs a lot. I hope I can use the sister in a one shot someday too. Let's put her here. Oh yeah, I also drew a Christmas version. Even more Yola-like. A little bit, yeah, the sister is a lot more Yola-like. There it is! The Christmas outfit! We were gonna do a Christmas one-shot at some point, but in the end we never did. But I still made the outfit that she would have worn in there. So she's got a Christmas outfit. I really like it. I really like how it looks with the fluff. It's mostly the same, but in red. It doesn't change that much. Also, the stars. She's the whole Christmas tree. Okay, I'm gonna have to fix these frills a little bit more. Something I'm noticing though is that technically there's only 2 layers of frill in here, and the lower layer, oh yeah, this is very different now that I'm looking at it. I keep changing things from my designs on accident like this. Let's fix that. No, I'm gonna have to delete the scarf that I drew. Oh well. We'll do it for accuracy. It do be like that. This goes like... I sketch this so fast, and sometimes when the sketch is not like super clear, it's like the brain auto-completes it and it turns out different. Sometimes designs evolve like that, but here in this case, I know I just want to keep it like the original. Goodbye, scarf. I will always remember you. You were a good, nice study. A nice little study. This is also a lot shorter. It's like it goes... This is what happens when you don't draw with the reference right at the side. I need references even for my own characters. Or I end up inventing their designs again. Here. Unless it's not that terrible. I don't really mind it. This part with the frills was also kind of different. I don't know. We'll fix it along the way. Here. Let's now fuse these 2 parts of the scarf. How did I even sketch it? Because maybe... Okay, no, I didn't sketch it right even. I didn't even sketch it right. This is what I get for not paying attention to the reference. Alright, so this part the gradient. Okay, that's more like it. It also makes the design a bit more simple from here. I feel like it looks a little bit better. So the thing is, technically this scarf is long enough to cover until these frills. So we're gonna use these frills as part of the scarf, I think. That's gonna probably be our best option. Wait a second. We're gonna delete this part. This part was also kinda a bit of a mess. Okay. What we can do is use this part with the scarf below, like this. And then this is gonna be the other part of the scarf. This song from the playlist always reminds me of another song, but I've never been able to remember which one. It's this repeating melody in the background. I can never remember. Let's do this first with the stronger brush, so we can mix all of these well. Okay, I feel like that looks a lot more clean. Now let's try to make it look a bit better. Maybe I can even move it a little bit higher up. Here. something I think also should fix a little bit is the frills here in the neck. They might go all the way here. It's not visible here, but I think that was my intention back then. I haven't drawn her in so long. Here we go. This part of the ribbon also. There we go. Still very unsure how I'm gonna paint all of these, but we'll get through that. Alright. No, but that's super sad. I'm sad to hear that. I can't even laugh at the coincidence. That's actually really sad. Man. I prefer not to like talk much about this sort of topic because you know the loss of a pet can really hurt a lot. You know what? I'm gonna try to fix some more parts around here. Because these also should go a little bit closer to the collar. Here we go. Let's fix this around here too. Yo, Lappy! Welcome! How's it going? I've had to fix a lot of the collar because it wasn't like her design. I drew her without the reference. And this is the consequences of my actions. That will teach me. Eso me enseñará a dibujar sin referencias. Looks good now, I think, though. Consistency? What is that? I don't know her. Let's also put a little bit of the hair here. Because another thing that I need to finish drawing well is the body overall. There we go. The perspective is kind of hard because this is supposed to be like seen a little bit from above, but it's kind of difficult. Yeah, thank you. I think it's my favorite part. This time I tried shading with like grayscale first and then adding the base colors, and it has really helped with picking colors for the shading. It's been really fun. Also these brushes are amazing. I love these brushes so much. I think something that really helps is the contrast between the more bluish parts and the lights being a little bit yellow. It adds a lot of warmth. Okay, this. Let's see. All right. This part of the hat, I think it's missing some warmth too, because I'm noticing the base gray that I used. We should add a little bit of light to it and a little bit of this little warm color. There we go. For this, I think this is what we're gonna do. Oh wait, it's auto-saving. Let's make an actual save, just in case. From time to time it's like that, it completely stops, the program doesn't let me do anything, and then the auto-save window appears. The hair is still the most fun part to paint. There we go. I think the hair is mostly done. Sad for me, because it's the part I enjoy the most, but it's gotta come to an end at some point. Oh boy, this hand though. I think I have realized what part is gonna be the worst to paint. Oh wow. I guess we can like paint it a little bit sketchy. I wanna try to do that thing that some artists do, that they detail only the main part of the drawing and then they leave the less important parts less detailed. I think we could try to do something like that here. But this doesn't really need to be that detailed compared to the face. We'll do this. Fortunately, the legs don't have that many details. So we can probably finish them really quickly. This goes here. Just need to blend a little bit here. And also erase this line. I like adding a little bit of shading even in the border of the lighter, the part like that's affected by light, because it helps with the volume. This helps make the leg look a bit more round as it should. And this can do this. Looking good. I just remembered today I actually dreamed that I was streaming. I dreamed that I was doing this stream, and instead of working on this drawing, I spent like the 3 hours working on like a random adoptable design that I was making, and I only like painted one thing of the adoptable in the entire stream. And then I realized, wait, it's already been 3 hours and I haven't worked on the drawing that I wanted to work on. Sometimes I do get a lot of stressful stream related dreams like that. But it's mostly things like I'm streaming and then something happens. Like the other day, I remember I had to interrupt the stream in my dream because there was like an invasion of moths in my house. And then there was like a giant spider that I had to fight against. And I was like, sorry guys, I have an inconvenience in my house. I was very brave. Are you proud of me? That's what happened. it's kind of funny. But also it's relieving to find out that at least it's not real streams. Let's see. I'm gonna have to fix some things around here. I know this is like hair. Did you win though? I won! Yeah! I fought against the giant spider with a broom, and actually I won. I was like, okay, it's over. Guys, I'm back. I just fought a giant spider. Are you proud of me? That's what happened at the end of the dream. The invasion of moths was still there though. Yay! If it happens again in like real life, I'm gonna try to apply my knowledge from the dream. But it's always silly stuff like that. Me streaming and then something random happens that is like really stressful and interrupts the stream. I don't remember what other cases have happened. A story of the dreaming world. And even a symphony of the don't worry, if you will. Because there was in the end nothing to worry about. The spider was not real. That implies that there's streaming in the dreaming world. At least in my dreaming world. And giant spiders. There can be anything in the world of dreams, I guess. Okay. Some progress. Let's go. Nice. Okay, I do think that the scarf does need some more work, definitely. But I guess we could work on the other things. I think the hat does still need a lot of work too. I don't even want to think about the hand. This hand terrifies me. Yeah. I'm not even sure about the anatomy of this arm in general. I feel like there's a lot that I need to fix around here. Like for example, maybe the elbow should be over here. This should be like a lot more seen from the front. There's the thumb. It's kinda confusing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this hand. And I guess that this sleeve wouldn't be that visible if that were the case. Maybe it would be a little bit further back, like this. I have no idea. I do not know anything. Speaking of symphony of SOTDW as an abbreviation, Symphony of the Dead Woman also worked and is kinda accurate. Kinda, yeah. In a way, it is accurate. Then it implies that it's my symphony. And I don't even show up in the story. I can't be taking over the story of my characters like that. That's their story, not mine. I am the deep lore. I mean, I do know all the deep lore after all. That makes sense. In a way, the deep lore is literally what is in my brain. Here. Still good progress so far. Let me fix this here. By the way, in the asset pack, I'm gonna also release a little demo, which might be a little bit familiar for those who have been here for a long time. Because a long time ago I made a little interactive map of the garden, and I have adapted that to turn it into the demo. Nothing changes much, it's basically the same, but since it has a lot of the assets that I put in the asset pack, it will now be available there as the demo. Garden update. Not much though. I haven't really changed anything of the story. I don't really know what else to put in it, but I think it works as a little demo. Let me look up references of feathers. Let's see. When are we getting Yomi Love sound effects asset pack? I don't know. Would that even be something useful to have? I don't know if that would be useful to have. Let's see. Hat, big feather. How I'd like that. I'm not finding any good references. There's some very silly hats in the results right now. Get some date sim mechanics added. Would be useful for a game about seagulls. Oh my god, seagull sound asset pack. Oh, this reminds me, I was looking for sounds just yesterday to edit for like something of the secret project, perhaps, maybe, and something really funny happened. I was trying to like slow down one of the sounds to make it fit a lot better for what we needed, and when I slowed it down, it sounded exactly like a car. It was like, wait a second, has this sound all along been a recording of a car? It was like something completely different. It was intended for magic sounds and stuff, but when you slowed it down, it sounded exactly like a car. It was like, no way. The person that made these sounds literally recorded the car for this. It's so cool how sounds can work for completely different things. if you edit them a little bit. Like, I remember in Gamer University, they record actual magic. No, unfortunately, no. I wonder why they didn't. They could have done that. It would have been that easy, you know? Shrimp noises. And it's just a car. Like, I remember in Gamer University, we did have a sound class. One of the things I remember was how sometimes people record things that are completely different to make sounds for fitting for other things. For example, a lot of times when people try to make like river sounds or like running water, they take like a bowl with rocks in it and then like just swish the rocks around, and that makes the sound somehow. Also like breaking spaghetti for like breaking noises, which is kind of painful to think about. Like, imagine having to break spaghetti every time that you need to record a sound like that. Think of all the spaghetti that has been sacrificed for that reason. That's tragic. I'm not really finding any feathers that would work, so we're gonna improvise a little bit. We're gonna use the colors from the clothes. No one thinks about the Italian. Especially not in this channel. The Italians, they are still searching for me. I'm still being hunted. But I will always defend not breaking spaghetti. I hope they will forgive me someday. Even if I like my pizza with pineapple and without cheese. And my pasta with chocolate. We're gonna keep this part light. I'm gonna make it so the shadow part is only the part that would be the hat, because the light would filter how much stuff is there to do for the secret project. Is there like, it's like a lot, or is it mostly done? It is getting closer to like an initial demo. There's still a lot to go, but it's getting a more complete shape every day. We're getting closer. Hopefully before the year ends we're gonna have like a playable demo. Now that I'm done with the asset pack and all that, I'm gonna try to focus a lot more on that. I'm gonna force myself not to try to make another project before that, because the sooner that everything for the secret project is done, the sooner it will be able to stop being secret, and the sooner we'll be able to release it. But maybe we're getting closer to a little finally announcement that it exists. You're getting the exclusive here to know that it exists, even if you don't know what it is. Well, like, I guess we have like mentioned it. We did mention it in the Twitter, and we posted the playlist. The playlist. I love that playlist. So much shrimp in it. It's demo shaped. Indeed. Every day that passes, it's more demo-shaped. There we go. Saved. Look at the difference. Oh my god. Wait, I feel like I'm like hiding the drawing without realizing every time. I'm sorry if I move the drawing too much out of focus. I literally don't realize. Let's go. It's getting more and more finished. Bit by bit. Let's do this buttons part. I'll do this first before continuing with the scarf, because these over here it's a lot closer to being finished. Man, but I want to work on so many things. Wow. I need to control myself. I need to be strong. Easy. Right. Let's see. I think there would still be a little bit more of hair down here. It would still be visible. A little bit over here. But it's curved inwards. So we're gonna have to do it this way. okay if it's not super solid, because since it's gonna be a bit lighter to blend with the background, I think it works. Like here, for example. A little bit like this. This arm doesn't look so bad. Like, the perspective is what it is, but it is noticeable that it's because of the perspective. I think we can accentuate it a little bit more with the shadow. The shadow would be projected more like this, I think. It does feel like a lot to do, but maybe we're not that far away from finishing. Especially if I leave some details unpolished, which I could do. For example, the sword. Do I feel like painting the sword? And the hand especially. The hand, I guess I have to at least vaguely paint it a little bit. But we don't have to detail everything to the max. Some things can just be 3 more lines and the drawing is finished. Yippee! Yay! So close, yet so far. Or we're gonna have to repeat these 3 lines over and over until we get them right. Something that's also gonna help in the end is gonna be like color adjustments and stuff. That always helps. Something I've learned from Clip Studio that I didn't know until recently is about auto actions. There's a thing in Clip Studio called auto actions, which is like a sequence of like tools or actions that you can record, and then you can just press a button and those things get implemented automatically. For example, color filters and adjustments. To put an example, for example, with these, I've got a noise overlay. So if I just press this, it's gonna make automatically a noise overlay. Like this. Now if you zoom in, there's noise in the drawing, which wasn't there before. This is without, this is with the noise. And it has a little bit of texture to it. With just pressing a button. It's really useful. For example, there's also some that I found on the store. For example, there's like some color filters. I don't know how this one's gonna look, but you can see like the whole process bit by bit. There we go. It just automatically does this. Which is pretty cool. I'm gonna do this one. And you can see like all the process one by one. For now I gotta finish the drawing itself. We need an auto Yo-hooo button. You can automate the stream. Oh my god, I wouldn't have to lift a finger. You would get automatically your daily Yo-hoos. They wouldn't make any more mistakes giving more than one Yo-hoo or less than one Yo-hoo. The machine would stream for me, you know. Do we truly want that? Do we truly want that? Yomi Gardenia? Oh god, no. I refuse to be replaced. I'm staying here, me and my mistakes. We're here to stay. Yomi Gardenia. Terrible. That's terrible. How could this be? Okay, let's see. I think I can make this scarf a little bit better. I feel like it's lacking. It's looking a little bit flat still. It's lacking a little bit of volume, so we can give it a little bit of that. We're gonna first of all fix the color. We're gonna leave the thicker lines only in the part of the color up there that is like that would have a lot more shadow. Yet another Yomi to our Lego people doppelgangers. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Accept the weakness of your flesh. I mean, I am a weak ghost. Most ghosts aren't very strong. But I'm not gonna be weaker than a silly machine. Over here. I feel like the ribbon in the original is like still a lot more flat. It's more like here. Here we go. Talking about the AI takeover, did you upgrade to Windows 11? Not yet. There's a problem though, and it's that my computer is not compatible. Still, if I could, I would stay with Windows 10. I don't want to upgrade. But even if I wanted to upgrade, I can't. So I'm just gonna have to take extra caution, I guess. Yomi's still running Windows 98. I wish some things should have never changed. Let's go back to Windows 98. And if that's too old, let's go back to Windows Vista. Okay. Still feel like this should be over here. Now that I think about it, isn't this just like part of the ribbon? Definitely not, right? Definitely not. It's gonna be part of the collar. At this point, I have no idea what I'm doing with this. Like, there's a possibility that I just wanted to make this the part of the ribbon, which is very, very likely. I think it might have been just that. What if I just redo this whole thing? Let's play Doom and have life at lower settings because your computer can run them. I wouldn't be surprised, but nah, my computer can handle that for sure. It's not that weak. Did you use those in your youth? Yes. Yes, I did. Indeed. I'm this close to just like redoing the whole thing. Like this part. I think it might be for the best. Because I think that's exactly what it was supposed to be. This is like part of the ribbon. Let's just do it like that. Like it went like this. Maybe. I've already redone the color like a couple times with this. Why, Yomi? Why couldn't you get this right on the first try? Why the perfectionism with your own character design? Okay, this should be right now. Let's use the harder brush. Let's cover all of this. Look into her eyes, she forgives you. Yeah, she would forgive me. I'm so sorry, Adelheid. I'll get it right this time, I swear. She's so soft. I like her a lot. If she was a Pokemon, she would be an Altaria. Because they are super fluffy. And they have the same colors that she does. Okay, so now this thingy, it would go Like here, probably? Okay, let's start it from the beginning, because we don't need to... from the middle. We need to get this right composition-wise too, to make it look not so flat. So this could be like this. Should be a bit lower. Okay. It's quite similar, but I think it looks right now. Over here. Gonna add shadow. The scarf above, I think it looks good now. Are you playing Pokemon Z8? No, I don't have a Switch. So unfortunately, no. I would love to play it, but a little bit difficult. Very expensive. You could have a Switch. That's an option, yeah. But I also have so many other games to finish first. I've been playing Fire Emblem Fates a little bit. So I wanna finish Fates before I start anything else. I've been doing all the paralogs, so I can have all the characters. And after that I'm gonna continue the main story. Which I'm at like chapter 14, I think. I've done so much more than in my first playthrough, and I still have less hours in it, which is kinda wild. Is that the Kolkata game? Nah, that's Engage. I haven't played Engage, but it's another of the Fire Emblems that I would like to play someday. I haven't played Three Houses either. Someday, maybe. Still got 2 other DS games that I haven't played yet. I've got Shadows of Valentia and Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon. I found them like super cheap in the second hand, and I still haven't played them. My backlog is long. But thanks to the stream and just like, you know, taking some time from time to time to play things, I'm managing to slowly catch up. Should play the Train Zelda. That too! That one is also in my backlog. I also should finish Ocarina of Time. Someday. Hehe. Someday. Fortunately, I don't have that many things in my backlog right now. What do I have? Let me check. I managed to finish some things from it. Like the games that I'm actively playing right now are Fire Emblem Fates and Earthbound, which we're gonna continue tomorrow, by the way. And then Baba Is You Still There. Someday I'll finish it. Ocarina of Time. Someday I'll finish it. Etrian Odyssey 3. This one I've been wanting to finish it or continue it because I like it a lot, but I got stuck at the boss and I just kind of like put it aside. And what else? Wondering is difficult, but I want to continue it someday. It is a very cool game. It's free, by the way. I recommend checking it out if you like difficult RPGs. It's on Steam and it's free. What else? Don't ask why Neptunia First is here in my list of unfinished games. I remember nothing about it, but I kinda left it at the beginning. Should continue one day. What else? Stardew Valley. Never finished. Mobile Suit Baba, which is the spin-off of Baba Is You. The less you remember about Neptunia, the better. I mean, the game was not that good. It was not that good. Like, I've heard even Neptunia fans say that Neptunia 1 does not exist. I do still want to finish it someday, because you know I've got Neptunia 1, 2, and 3 waiting for me to play them. I want to play them someday for reasons, but I've never found the moment to continue. $40 per game. I found them very cheap on Steam. They have very good sales. So they were not that expensive when I got them. They were quite cheap. So at least that's something. At least it was not full price. I mean, sometimes you just want to turn off your brain and play something silly for the sake of it. Aside from that, I also have to do the alternate route of Omori. I wanted to wait a little bit more after I had processed my first playthrough, because holy shit, Omori was really something. I do still have some other games that I did start a long time ago, but I never finished them. But I started them so long ago that I don't remember anything about them, so I would do the same as with Earthbound. I would like restart them from the beginning. Was the Omori inside you all along? The real Omori was the friends we made along the way, yes. Like a certain Nintendo 64 Zelda game? Maybe, perhaps, mayhaps, perchance even. Yeah, I will finish Ocarina someday, I promise. I promise. I will. And if I don't, Lappy can like curse me forever. Okay, now this light does not make any sense. What am I doing? Should be here. I have a lot of other games in my backlog. I've got a big list of games to play on stream. Certain Baki game, there's a Baki game. I will delete that information from my brain like this instant. That's not in my backlog and will never be. We can come over and make you play it. Please do. Bring a controller since you're at it. It was much easier with a controller, that's for sure. It really changed the game completely. It was so much better. We're gonna make it a tradition then. We're gonna continue it when Lina comes, so it can be the three of us there. And this way we can continue Ocarina of Time every once in a while, once in a year. The yearly Ocarina stream. What else? What else? Okay, let's get the scarf over here. If we make it a little bit more curved like this, I think it can help. With the feeling that it's the scarf underneath. Basically a festivity, yep. We're gonna make it Ocarina of Time Day. It will be a festivity. A day to celebrate. It will be International Continuing Your Backlog Day. It will be the day where everyone has an excuse to pick up that game that you left unfinished so many years ago and never continued it. I feel like you might like Alice Madness Returns. It does look really interesting. I might like it. But if it's too horror, maybe I will be too much of a coward to play it. I don't know how scary it is, which is something that's quite important for me to know. I'm not good with scary games. Let's fix this a little bit. I think if we put this a little bit more curved over here, we can move the shadow in here. It already makes it a lot better, I think. There we go. Oh yeah, I like it a lot more like this. That's a lot better. Still need a lot of work rendering wise, but look at that. I feel like it does look a lot more empty than it was before, but it makes sense. I wonder if there's maybe if we add a little bit more of the scarf over here. Now it's time to add some more interesting stuff in the clothes. Maybe I have something saved in my bookmarks that can be a good reference. Let's see. Some people do amazing rendering. I keep saving references for that, to be able to reference things when it comes to painting. Let's see. this could be even more. Let me take the napkin again. We're gonna use the napkin as a reference again. This part also maybe should be a little bit higher up. I think I did like it a lot more at the beginning when it was like a little bit fluffier. But it might also be the lack of rendering. Still not too rendered right now. Oh wait, that's the first song of the playlist. It's been 3 hours, that means. I can still go for a little bit, I think. Maybe we could even add another layer of scarf. Maybe it can be more than 2. Maybe there could be like a third one here. So it can be as fluffy as it was at the beginning. You know, little design changes. There's no such thing as too much frills, that's true. You know what, that's so true. We're gonna do that. What's stopping us from doing that? Nothing at all. Nothing at all can stop us. It might even be of help for the rendering. Or maybe it's gonna make it more complicated. That's also a possibility. We'll find out. This part. What if? Just what if? We get a bit more of light. Perhaps. Maybe not. I think there would be shadow over there compared to some of the other shadows there are. Let's see. Yo-hooo Quinches, welcome! How's it going? Thank you! I really like how she's turning out. It's been an adventure to render these, but I'm gonna try my best. Let's make save. Because used to say the same, had problems with philoholism. Oh no, do I have that? Maybe I do. I think I might. Oh no. Is there a cure for it, doctor? Will I be able to stop drawing frills in all my designs ever? Is drawing frills really a problem? Not really. You can stop rendering frills anytime you want. That's true. I could work on something else because the frills are honestly a bit exhausting. And we don't even have to like render them fully. We can just, you know, do a little bit, just like some sketchy rendering. And then we can just like move on to other things. We could even leave them like that forever. Like at this point, like I do like how it's going, but it's hard to know what would be the right way to paint them. I need references. So maybe with this, maybe with blue over here. Shadows under these frills. There's still a lot of frills to finish. I guess we can leave those for another day, maybe. Oh no, and the hand. You know what we can do? We can do this part. Let's cover these a lot more. Something that I've noticed is that sometimes in a drawing, even if only the face is rendered, as long as everything else looks like vaguely shaped, it can still look good. So I'm gonna try not to overthink it too much. And we're just gonna how would this go exactly? Wait. Frills for life. That's so true though. Frills for life. I love frills so much. Okay, so here this would be I think this might be let me do something first. If I make another layer, I can like do the line that this is supposed to follow. Would be something like this, I think. Prove responsible and never frill drive. Yep. Never frill and drive. Good thing I don't have a car. This is the second most difficult thing. Lace. What if? Oh, I know. Wait, wouldn't it be the opposite? Like the ones up here would have. I think after this, I'm gonna stop for today. And we can continue maybe next Thursday. Thursday will be an entire stream solely dedicated to frills. Because that's basically all that there will be left. Okay, now we can delete this layer. Yeah, no, there's something not quite right. I don't think this is how these would work. Ah! Made a mistake. I have an idea. An idea that might work. What if it's like this? %100% frills. Next day for sure. I think it's a bit closer to what I was going for. I have an idea. Because now I can kinda add some. Okay, that's a little bit closer to what I was going for. It has less of the line, but the shadows already do most of the job. And if we add some dots, we can make it look a little bit more like lace, even if it's in a sketchy way. Look at that. It works. It actually works pretty well. Yeah. Let's fix the hat a little bit more. And after that, we'll leave the rest for next day. Most of the hat is done. It's only mostly the feather all that's left. That's too much frill concentration. You land in a frill-induced coma. I didn't frill responsibly. Too much frill. 7.8. The good thing about the feather is that we can use the blender for these. This blender is gonna be absolutely a godsend for the feather. Look at that. That already looks like the texture that I wanted to go for. Went to a college frill party one time. The dresses and fancy sleeves were crazy. That's so cool. I wish I had more stuff with fancy frills. I wear the ones that I have on stream all the time. That's why I don't have that many outfits. I need to get more outfits for the frills. Here we're gonna add a little bit to the rest of the feather. Just to give it a bit of an outline. Have you seen a game called Ghost Hunting Journal? Yeah, I think I showed it on stream one time. Right when it was announced, I think. It looks so good. I didn't think it was made in RPG Maker at first, but then when I saw it was like, wow. How did they do this? It's so cool. I've got it in my wish list. Comes to show that it makes super cool things in RPG Maker nowadays. Hell yeah. You go RPG Maker. You go your RPG Maker devs. Frills are an entry cloth to more dangerous accessories and clothing designs. What is worse than frills? Lace. Probably lace. Lace is definitely harder to draw. You had to change your VTuber model, would you change it to one of your OCs? Or would you make a new OC? Every single of your OCs except Mayo is valid. Why except Mayo? I mean, if I had to change myself, I wouldn't make myself an OC because my OCs are not me. It would have to be some way of representing me. Otherwise, it wouldn't be me, you know. I was thinking of getting a drawing tablet with the screen. Then when I saw the price, I gave up. There's some cheap ones. The one that I've got is probably one of the cheapest options that works pretty decently. If I have to recommend one, I do recommend this one, the Artist 12 XP pen. It's not the most expensive at all. I mean, I was able to get one as a present, so it's an affordable option. Just speak yellow me. But she's not me! She's an OC! She's a different person. It wouldn't be the same. Definitely, I've gotten used to a tablet with a screen nowadays. I think it would be very different if I tried to draw with a non-screen tablet now. But I think you can still work pretty well with non-screen tablets. Both of them work. Both of them work very well. Oh my god, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot more. Yikes. Man, currency conversion is a stab in the wallet. Just yothering autumn. That's when the leaves are about to fall. That would be bad. That would be a risk of showing eyes, and that cannot be. Okay, I think for now I'm gonna leave it here. Maybe I don't know if I'm gonna continue it off stream. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just continue a bit and then do the frills in the next stream or something. I don't know. I'll see what time I can find between streams. And if not, I'll continue it next Thursday, I guess. Yeah. Good progress though, like look at the change. Just that is already quite a bit. Like, this is how it was at the beginning. This is how it is now. It's a lot more rendered. I feel like it definitely looked a lot better, like the color part. It looked so much better originally. I feel like it was like, it looked more complete. Now it looks kind of empty. I'm not super happy with that part. Like, I do like it a lot better like this, definitely. So maybe I'm gonna change it again. I'm gonna maybe redo some things like that. Because I think we're gonna have to make a little sacrifice design-wise so it can look a bit better. I don't like it as much like this. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the only thing I'm gonna change is like the upper part of the collar. Maybe the scarf part. I can leave it as it is now. But the upper part with the ribbon, it definitely looks a lot better like this, I think. Yeah, I like it a lot more how it was before. We'll see what to do. Imagine you get hit by a truck and God goes like, that was a mistake, at least I can use one of your OCs. Choose which one. Ooh, if I had to choose one of my OCs to be... I don't know. What OC would I be? Yeah, Wakomintuos is a good one. I used to Wakomintuos before and it worked very well. It lasted for a long time also, so it's a very good option. I think it's a good tablet. Green burp is a good choice. I guess the green burp wouldn't be the worst choice, yeah. It would be able to fly and be round and fluffy. That would be really cute. I really can't choose Mayo. I really can't choose Mayo. Technically, Mayo is me in a way. I played her as in Dungeons and Dragons. She's like an extension of me. I can't be Mayo, really? No. I don't know. I have given too much tragedy to a lot of my OCs to want to become them. Immortal alchemist would also not be a good idea. She's in a perpetual cycle of suffering. I don't want that. There's too many options and not many good ones. If you're Mayo, then you can't be friends with Mayo. That's true. But I can be Mayo's wife's wife, which is also a very good option. If I am Mayo, I would be married to her wife, and that's something that I would not say no to, you know, just saying. How many Rosies have a Yuri relationship? I haven't counted them, but I don't know, I don't usually give relationships to my characters, so there's at least 3 that I can think of. There's more, definitely, there's more, but I don't usually add much romance to my characters because it's not something I'm too interested in. So, like, confirm, there's 3 that I can think of. No, 4. There's 4. Definitely more. There's definitely more, but they just don't come to mind. I would have to check the list for that. But yeah, for now, this would be all for today. For now, I'm gonna take a break. Well, let me show the actual progress. This is the old version here. So, I'll be back tomorrow with Earthbound. We're gonna be doing a bit of a giant step, yeah. Gonna try to defeat the first boss, and we're gonna try to get to the second town. Let's see how that goes. But for now, this will be all for today. Thank you so much for accompanying me. Muchísimas gracias por acompañarme hoy. Así que por ahora, cuidaos mucho y nos veremos en la próxima. For now, take care, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.